Bleacher Report identifies the biggest hole on every roster heading into training camp. And for the Browns, they say defensive tackle. Now, there's Malik Jackson, who, granted, was banged up, wasn't 100%. Andrew Billings, who opted out. He's pretty good. Elliott, who's a young guy. So I get that there's question marks. I don't necessarily know that I would call it a hole, because it's not like you're relying on one or two guys. You've got 4 or 5, and you're going to sort it out.
I think that they see Sheldon Richardson. I think that they see some other departures, and they say, well, we got to pick somewhere that's a hole. This Cleveland Browns team, I've been on this show and have said the Browns don't have a hole. And I don't think that defensive line, defensive tackle, the interior of their line is a hole. Malik Jackson is a good player. Yes, he was banged up, but he's a good player. And the expectation is, and this word's come out of Berea, that Andrew Billings, had he been a part of the equation last year, we might have thought this defensive line is even better than it was. So there's every expectation. Like, I haven't heard one sign that Billings is not going to make an impact or that Billings is going the wrong direction. The Browns even said during last season, man, we are excited to have Billings in the fold. The interior of the defensive line should not be an area that you consider a hole. If you want to bring up a hole, you could say special teams, because there is an unknown. There have been concerns with the kicker situation, and there have been concerns with special teams in general, whether it be coverage, whatever it might be. So if you want to create a hole, that would be it, because it has been a question mark area for the Cleveland Browns. I have no questions that the defensive line is going to be fine, particularly at defensive tackle. I think those guys are going to be A-okay. You would have been able to convince me more by saying that you still had question marks about linebackers being a hole, only because you're expecting Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah to be a guy that's in coverage for you and doing a good job. But right off the bat as a rookie. But do I think defensive tackle's a hole? I disagree with that.